Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the last video on setting up your project report. In this video, we're going to talk about how to set up your content with page breaks and headings. And we're going to try to find a way to make building a template for this report much easier for you so that you can work on it over time without remembering where you last left off. Now, some general requirements for the report. When it comes to page breaks, level 1 headings, such as Section 1 Introduction, begin on a new page. It doesn't matter how much content was on the previous page. Anytime you're starting a new section, it should begin on a new page. Level 2 headings will begin immediately after the content. We don't give them a new page break. Now, as for style, level 1 headings should be all capitals. It should be centered to the page, and the section title should be on the second line. So for instance, section 1 will be on the first line in all caps and centered, and the word introduction, the title of section 1, should be on the second line. Of course, our pages are double spaced, so there'll be a blank line in between, but our second actual line of content should say introduction in all caps and centered. Now there's a few special requirements here. We look at the cover page and we look at the table of contents and the appendix. For the cover page, all text will be center aligned. There are 8 line breaks between the company information, or the first 2 lines of the cover page, and the byline, or that center content on the page. There's 7 additional line breaks between the byline and the course information, and there's 2 line breaks between the course information and the instructor name. The table of contents in the appendix, the level 1 heading where it says table of contents or appendix, should be center aligned and in title caps. So for table of contents, the letter T in table and C in contents will be capitalized. The A in appendix will be capitalized for the appendix page. Now we're going to take a few moments and we're going to step through setting up the document in real time within Microsoft Word 2016 so that you can see exactly how it's done and get ready to start preparing your report. Now, we pick up where we left off in the last video, with the exception that I finished out the table of contents and the appendix. Be sure when you're working on your table of contents you pay close attention to the text, particularly replacing the company name. In this case I used my wife's business, Happy Being Scrappy, and the proper course number for your next internship course, which in this case is Internship I. Now let's start at the beginning and go ahead and knock out some of our formatting so that we can prepare a template for ourselves to work on our project plan. So from the cover page, we're going to take this first line of text, we're going to move it over to the center. A lot of students want to use tabs or spaces to move the text over. The problem with using tabs or spaces to move the text over is that it doesn't always align directly to the center of the page. Microsoft Word has a tool that will help us ensure that our text is aligned directly in the center. If we look in the Home tab of the toolbar, in the Paragraph section of tools, we see this set of alignment tools: Left Align, Center Align, Right Align, and Justify. In this case, we want to use the Center Align tool to move our text to the center of the page. Now, we can begin entering our information just as we need to make it match our cover page. So we'll put the company name first, on the next line we enter the city and state, and we're going to enter 8 line breaks afterwards. So I'm going to press the enter key 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we enter the byline. On the next line, the student's name, your name, and on the next line, the date of submission. We're going to add 7 line breaks after the byline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to enter the course information. Please note that the R in requirements is capitalized. And this course is Internship I with the course number BMGT 2388. We'll add 2 more line breaks, 1, 2, and enter the instructor's name. And you'll notice the entire time that we've entered the text, our second page, or our table of contents, didn't move. That's because of the next page section break that we used in the first video. Now for the table of contents, we want this header that's in title case to be in the center. So again, we come to the paragraph tools and center align. We're going to do the same thing for the appendix header. And now we can focus on setting our content up. Now you don't have to build this all out at once, but to make a template, I recommend adding the headings and some placeholder text for each section so that you'll be ready to go when you start writing your report. So for section 1, introduction, we see that this is all caps, center aligned, with the title of the section on the second line of content. We'll press enter. We'll left align our text, and we want this to be in paragraph format. To make the paragraph format, we can use these arrows in the ruler tool above. The first arrow, the one pointing down, addresses the first line of text. The bottom arrow addresses the indentation for the second and consecutive lines of text within a paragraph. And the box addresses the indentation for the entire paragraph. Standard paragraph formatting is to indent the first line by 1/2 inch. So we'll drag the top arrow to the right to the 1/2 inch mark. And now we can enter some placeholder text. We want to copy this text so that we can use it over and over again while we build our template. So we'll select that line of text and we'll use the copy tool. A shortcut for the copy tool is holding the control button and pressing C. Now, as there's no subsections in section 1, we know that section 2 should start on a new page. So we're going to add a line break by pressing the enter key, and we can hold the control button and press enter to create a new page, or we can use the Alt-I-B keyboard shortcut to add a new page break. Now we have a new page. We can then center our text. We want to add section 2 on the next line. The title is Developing a Plan. We'll add a line break, and we will left align our text. Now, one thing to be careful of, when you enter your titles, this indentation will carry over. So we want to remove the indentation so that our text stays in the middle of the page. We can do that again by dragging that top arrow from the 1/2 inch mark back to 0. Now, for developing a plan, we can paste the text that we copied earlier, or you can use the Control V, hold down Control, press V shortcut. Now section 2 has 3 subsections. So let's go ahead and create those subsections here as well. Again, we want to move our indentation to the left. We want to center align our second subheading, or our first subheading, I apologize. And it is entitled why I picked this project. When we press enter, we can left align and we can paste our text. And when we paste our text, it automatically adds our indentation back the way we want it. Now remember, our level 2 headings or our subheadings are capitalized by title case, they're centered, and they are bold. Let's create another one. We go to the end of that text, we remove our indentation, and the shortcut to doing that is pressing the backspace key. We can type our next heading. Press the enter key, highlight the heading, bold, and center. We paste our placeholder text, and we're ready for the next subheading. Now that section 2 is set up, we're ready to move to section 3. Again, we create a new page break. We add our title. New line. Left align our text. Add our placeholder and begin with our subheadings again. Once we've got our placeholder text, we can center and bold all of our subheadings. To highlight the entire subheading, you can triple click with your left mouse button. Just to see that again, 1, 2, 3. Now the whole paragraph section is highlighted, bold, enter. And the shortcut keys to making text bold is hold down Control and press B. And the shortcut key to centering text is to highlight the text, hold down the Control button, and press the letter E. So let's finish these headings. And now we're ready to move on to section 4. So we go to the last line of the page, hold down Control, press Enter to create a new page break. We center our text, then in all caps, to left align our text, we can use the keyboard shortcut, hold down Control and press L. Add our placeholder text and start entering our subheadings or our level 2 headings. We'll adjust our formatting. Keyboard shortcuts save a lot of time when formatting text in Microsoft Word. And now we're ready to move to section 5. Hold down Control, press Enter for a new page break. Center our text in all caps. Section 5. Future projects. Internship 2. Go to the next line, left align, and place our placeholder text. Now we can save our document, and we effectively have a formatted template that we can use to write our entire project report. The beautiful thing is, as we add more text, and I'm going to create some general text here, and I'm just going to copy and paste this over and over, just so that you can see why the formatting steps that we did are so important. You can see that as our sentences reach the end of the page, Microsoft Word automatically brings down our text and adjusts the indentation as we need. When we press Enter to create a new paragraph, it automatically indents our text, just like the previous paragraph. Because of the page breaks that we added, no matter how short the content is on the preceding page, new sections will always start where they're supposed to. Now I'm going to clear this extra text that I added in out. When you want to edit your report, all you have to do is triple click your placeholder text so that it highlights that placeholder and begin typing. Always remember, save early, save often, or you may miss the opportunity to save your work before something crashes. So become friendly with this save icon, or learn to use the keyboard shortcut Control S. Good luck on your project report. Don't let it intimidate you. Much of your project report is going to come from your daily journal. Your journal will be summarized in the My Measures section, and that's going to create a lot of the content you need. I look forward to reading about your experiences and hope to see you soon.